And welcome everybody to Barggianos. My name is Chuck. I'm your host with the leastest, and with me as always,
Matt.
Look, it's Matt. Oh, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, it's going great. It's going great. How are you?
Oh, I can't complain. It's been a good day. I'm breathing, and I got a beer in my hand, and I'm looking at my buddy. So it's been pretty good. Another
day down at Barggianos. It's always a good time.
Oh man. Shut the song off. This addicting Barggianos song here. You know, it's a special time. That special time in the podcast, Matt. You know what time it is?
It's drink time.
Hit the bell, baby.
So speaking of drinks,
yes.
You told me you didn't get to tell me the whole story, but I'll lead this in that someone texted you just a while ago, a little bit ago, a few days ago. Mm-hmm. It was maybe 2-3 years ago. I'm not sure. There's this local establishment close to our house that decided to do some beer challenge.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
And that beer challenge, I'll let you describe it, but just to give a little background, for a long time, they said, if you complete this beer challenge, it's almost like a food challenge, you know, pay so much money, eat so much food, we'll give you a t-shirt, give you your food for free, whatever it is, that this beer challenge, they would put your name up on the wall. And I don't know how long ago you did that, but I remember the bar not putting yours and Hammer, our neighbor, name on the wall.
So there is the bar we're talking about. They have over 100 beers on tap, draft beer of completely different beers. Very cool bar. And I like the place, love the owners, they're very nice people. But when we did this challenge, there was some issues. So the way it came across is when I found it. And so for a long time, we played a game called Power Hour, which I'll maybe talk about after the story. And the challenge on this was at the bar, you had to do a shot of every single one of their beers. So you had let's say 109 beers or something like that. And you had to do it within 3 hours. And we're all sitting around the bar, very similar to this. And you had to do one. But the problem is you're not doing like the weaker, lighter beer.
Yeah.
You're doing weaker, lighter beer, but you're doing IPAs, you're doing your Guinnesses, you're doing a lot's going on. It was a very hard challenge. I've done these. I would say I've been pretty good training my whole life for these type of challenges. And it was so funny when I found out about it. God bless my wife. A lot of wives would be like, "Hell no, you're not doing that shit. What are you, crazy?" So I found this, and I go, "Sweetheart," I go, "Look at this challenge they got going on." And I explained it, and I go, "I don't
explain the challenge. Explain the challenge, so our listeners know."
Well, I kind of did it. I mean, so you sit around for 1 hour.
Yeah. How much was it
to get into it?
Yeah,
I think it was like $30 or something. Nothing crazy.
But $30. But they told you were drinking how many ounces? Per shot.
So grab the shot glass out there. Let's grab our Barggiano shot glass. It's on the second drawer in the middle. Not the one you got me. The smaller one. No, that's too big. Matt got me some pretty cool Barggiano custom glasses here for my birthday. It was very nice. So this right here is like a normal size shot glass.
That's a 1 ounce glass.
It's a 1 ounce glass, right?
Yes.
So this 1 ounce glass is we normally play a Power Hour with. Up there, I think they had it wrong. They had those like gigantic Jello shot.
Yeah, it was 2 ounces.
But it wasn't the small one like a regular Jello shot. It was like a ranch dressing from a restaurant.
2 ounce.
So let's say double the shots. So I get there. And again, we have to do over 100 of these different types of beers. I look over my shoulder, and my wife came up, and a bunch of the neighbors from Barggianos came up.
I came late.
You did came late, but that's nothing uncommon. But I looked over my shoulder. I looked at my wife, and I go, "This is going to be bad," because I mean, it's going to be bad anyway. But I go, she looked at me. She goes, "No," but so no. What I was saying was when I was going to do it, I found out about it. God bless her. I go, "What do I do? Should I do it?" And she goes, "You shouldn't do it. You have to do it. You've been training your whole life for this." Right then, I'm like, "Yeah, I married the right woman." So God bless her. But I couldn't find anybody to do it with. I don't know if I had asked you at the time, but
you did, and I said, "There is absolutely no way am I fit for that challenge."
Yeah, it's not for the weak, but so who did I get to help me out?
The Hammer.
Oh, the Hammer. We call him the Hammer. So, and the Hammer is the way he got his name was from this challenge, believe it or not. So we get up there and we get through it. And I mean, it was a shit show.
And you guys were wearing shirts. It was Drunk 1 and Drunk 2. Yeah. I remember that. Well,
my wife got us custom shirts made like, what is that? The Thing 1 and Thing 2, the red shirts. Maybe I'll put a picture up here. I'll put it right here.
Yeah.
But it had like a circle, and it had, instead of Thing 1, it said Drunk 1 and Drunk 2. And we were wearing it. Was pretty funny.
Yeah. And I didn't get up there until, you guys were 3/4 of the way through the challenge. I remember going into the bathroom to take a piss, and there was someone just puking their guts out in the toilet. Now, first of all,
that's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Now, to all of our listeners out there, this was done by professionals, semi-professionals.
Yeah, how about that?
He had to sign a waiver, right?
Yeah, I believe he did have to sign a waiver.
Yeah. So
and you couldn't in the drive. It was a waiver for drinking, like dying, and then also was that you couldn't leave or something like that.
Yeah. So for everybody out there, we're not encouraging you to try this.
No. Yeah. We have a lot of fun. We party hard, but we party smart.
Yes. So don't drink and drive. Don't try these challenges. But
Uber's a lot cheaper than a lawyer. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You don't want to kill somebody. So.
And then let's talk about. Finishing that story, because I came real late and guys were puking in the bathroom.
Yeah, so there was people. I went to go to the bathroom, of course, because I'm drinking a bunch of liquid.
Yeah.
And I got guys next to me puking in urinals, and I'm like, what is happening? Again, I'm feeling 16 sheets to the wind. 3 sheets was 5 hours ago, but I'm like, I can do this. Hammer's out there in the parking lot. I don't know what he was doing. I think he was checking someone in the car. I don't know. And he came back in and he had like 4 or 5 shots sitting there. I'm like, dude, you got to catch up or you're going to kick you out. He's like, goop, 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 goop. He does them all, and he's like, and he starts talking about the news or something. I'm like, this guy is a tank. He's a tank. And so anyway, even we got I think it was like a 5 or 10 minute break. It was like 5 minutes. They were refilling something, and I got to actually go in the fridge and see all the beers. It was really cool. I mean, the whole wall. I mean, as long as Barggianos was full of kegs. But anyway, so we get done. And again, I like the owners up there. They're an older couple, and the genius of the guy. My wife's like, I can't believe he did this. He goes, whoever finished it, I'm going to buy you a shot. What? Why would you buy someone a shot that just had 75 beers and that are not? So yeah, that wasn't good. So she goes, I told myself, my wife said this. She goes, I told myself I need to get him out of here before it legitimately kicks in. She goes, you did the shot and we grabbed you and we got you out. And I guess I blacked out. I don't remember much, but they showed me pictures the next day. I had my shirt off in the parking lot.
Yes, you absolutely did.
I don't remember any of this. I didn't do anything bad, luckily, but all I remember is I got home. And my wife had to go pick up the kids, so she's like, "Just stay inside." Of course, I didn't. I'm wandering around the neighborhood. But then I got back inside. Kids get home, and all I remember is I fell asleep like a kitten on the foot of our bed, and I just passed out. And my wife was like, "Thank God."
Yeah.
I woke up the next day. You know that out of body experience if you had a little bit too much to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't great, but so the point of the story is we won. There was I want to say there was. I'm probably going to exaggerate, 20 people doing it. And I believe it was the very first time this bar had done this. 20 people did it. I think 3, maybe 4 people did it. Won or beat the challenge out of 20.
I know there was 3.
But it was
you, Hammer, and there was another guy.
There was a woman. It was a woman.
Oh,
a woman that was
there was
next
4.
to me.
Yeah, a woman did finish that. Yeah.
So again, next day felt horrible and questioning my life, but I'm pretty proud I beat the challenge. I'm not getting any younger. So we kept going up there, and we go up there like a couple months later, nothing was on a board. We didn't know what a board, what they were going to do.
Right.
We go back maybe 3-4 months later. There's a board. It's like these little wood pellet chips. They look like about yay big, probably the size of a coaster. And they have the names up there with the date. Were nowhere to be seen. There's like 4 or 5 people. They had done the challenge again. I guess like 4 people had done it. And I'm not going to lie, we were a little disappointed. I was like, what is happening? So we went there and we questioned it, and then nothing ever came to fruition. And my niece finally called me and said they were up there. This was like 2 years later. I forget. And then I end up messaging the woman, the owner, and then she like I even sent her a picture we had, and she was laughing. And so we go up there, and our names are now up on the board. Infamy, we're living up there. But you asked me about my friend called me out of the blue a couple nights ago, or text me, sends me a picture of my name, which ironically is next to Hammer's. And he goes, "Is this the Chucky B that finished this challenge?" And I text back. I go, "Yeah, that was no feat or easy feat." He goes, "Oh, absolutely not." He goes, "I'm very proud of you." And I go, well, "Thank you." My alcoholism thrive in the atmosphere, but yeah, that was a lot. So
yeah, I think it probably would have been easier for you guys if it was legitimately 1 ounce shots. I mean, you're drinking 1.5, 2 ounce shots.
It would have been hard. Bud Light I drink for the regular it's hard. You're just drinking a lot of liquid. You're filling your stomach balloon out. But I can remember specifically switching beers and this, and I had I went to it was a real tart beer, like really like makes your face go, and then they'd switch over to like the strongest like Guinness IPA, so it was I mean messing with you, just messing.
Because you had sours, you had stouts, you had IPAs, you had your Busch Lights and Bud Lights, and
it was over 100. I think it was 109 beers. I believe it's called the 109 beer challenge. If I can find a photo or something like that, I'll pop it up right here. But I mean, again, it was a great time. I don't think I could do it again. I think my wife may forbid.
Yeah,
for better, for worse. But I don't think I'm going to do it again. But do you ever play like regular Power Hour? As like
no, you and Hammer have asked me to play Power Hour, and I'm just not built for Power Hour.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
See, when I was younger and went out, maybe a little before 21, maybe after 21, the friends knew me as I would just puke and then keep on drinking.
Puking rally.
But to your point, it like bloats your stomach, and my stomach just get too big, and then it's like, oh, I'll just puke and keep on drinking. But yeah, at this age, I'm not interested in any of that.
My buddy got me when he was in college. We went to visit him, and I never forget. We were playing. So basically, Power Hour is you take a shot of. Well, I guess you do liquor, but we did beer, and again, light beer. But you drink every minute. You drink one shot of beer, so no big deal. Doesn't sound very hard, but the problem is when you start drinking, you're drinking a lot of air too, and your belly gets really full. And what it does, it equals out to like 6 beers in an hour.
Yeah,
it does not seem like that when you're doing it, but you get to like beer 3 or whatever shot. I don't know what shot to be, 30 shots, but you're starting to feel like, oh man, like
you and Jack are played it one time down here.
Yeah, we would usually do it like on birthdays or special occasions. I do down at the my in-laws got some property. We'd play like 4th of July. Or, we were outside like with like an wrought iron table. Yeah. You can kind of like just spill stuff. But
don't you in their YouTube video that you guys play it to called Power Hour or something? No,
there's tons and tons out. So basically, people make videos. I mean, there's tons of them out there.
Yeah.
Every minute, a bell might ring. There's Christmas special ones. Look at you. Oh my God. Hey, look at surround sound. But yeah, and so it might be, there was one like 80s version, 90s music, and it'd play a song for 60 seconds. And it literally might go, song. Oop, time for your next one. And you take a shot again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's I'm just getting older. I probably shouldn't be doing that no more, but I do enjoy doing it on special occasions.
I'm out. You'll never catch me doing Power Hour. Maybe Power 15 minutes.
Man, I don't know. I would love to say we could do one on the show sometime, but I think my wife may kill me.
No, I couldn't do Power Hour.
No.
I
don't think you
wouldn't make it.
You're not a beer drinker like we are.
Yeah. No.
See, you're drinking your mixed drinks, which is fine.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, but like I'm 100% usually just a beer drinker.
Yeah. Casually, when I do podcast.
Yeah.
Drink a beer.
We got to get the keg here sometime soon. What kind of beer would we get in that keg? What's something we can agree on?
I don't know. I enjoy IPAs though too. So
I don't know if I could do a keg of IPA. That's a lot of beer for that. I love IPAs too, but the problem with IPAs is they make you fat if you drink them a lot. I've got on that kick for a while, and because they're so good. I mean, IPA is like 300-400 calories or something crazy. It's like having like 3 beers compared to one of these. If you're drinking 3 or 4 of them, it adds up. And then you start growing a tolerance to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Estrella Estrella. You got to try that beer. When I was up in Minnesota, I sent you a picture.
Estrella?
Estrella.
Vaguely remember.
So when I was in Minnesota, I was at the hotel, and I asked for a Corona, and they're like, we don't have Corona. I said, what about Dos Equis? Like, no, we got something similar. You want that? Sure. And it was Estrella. It was,
I remember you saying this now, yeah.
yeah, it was a great beer.
Like a Mexican beer.
Yeah.
Interesting. You bought me the Dos Equis. I think there's one left in the fridge. Look, we don't have to drink it right now, but it's like the white golden can. Do you see that? It's like a smaller can, skinnier can. It was like a Dos Equis, but like a lager.
You're out.
Maybe I drank it. It was delicious. But do you know what I'm talking about? It wasn't. It was. What was it? It was something special about it. It was like a light.
Yeah, it was a light because you don't like the Corona Extra, or you prefer the Corona Light over the Corona Extra.
Yeah, I'm just a light beer guy. Yeah. I think that's what it was. It was a light version of Dos Equis. I don't think I've ever seen it. But yeah, those are really good. I just like the. I don't know. I'm not a big fuller. It's funny because I love IPAs, which is like super full. But I just if I'm drinking a bunch of these, it's like drinking water. So I prefer to have a little lighter. Did I ever tell you when I went to the local liquor store? So my wife, we'd go up there. It's up here down the street. It's in kind of a questionable part of the neighborhood, but like the only questionable part of the neighborhood at all in the neighborhood. But it's used to call it the Patron store.
Yeah, I know exactly what liquor store you're talking about, and I have never been in that liquor store.
Yeah, so it's actually very nice. It's it looks like your typical questionable liquor store, but the people were real nice in there, and we went in a couple times, and then my wife would always go get she likes Patron, so we literally was called, let's go to the Patron store. We'll go to the Patron store. Just being silly. I walk in there one day with her, and I was talking to the guy. I go, man, you got any good deals going on? Just me, shooting the shit and messing with people, having some fun. And he goes, what do you like? And I go, I like Corona Light. And he goes, I'll tell you what. He's like, you're in luck. And I go, well, why am I in luck? My gentleman friend here. And he goes, go look in the corner over there. He goes, we could just put some on sale. So, and you remember this? Do you remember they were skinny cans, like the regular amount of beer, but they're skinny Corona cans, and it's about yay big for a 12 pack. It's about half the size. And they had them. They're normally like $15 to $18. And they had them for like $7 a piece.
Wow.
I want to say I bought 10 of them. Something crazy. Like
10, 12 packs?
I spent like $80. It had to be like 10, which sounds nuts, right? I'm spending $80.
Yeah.
But I saved, and it was summertime too, and I knew I would be drinking these all the time. And in fruition, I came to actually drink them all, so it came out great. I went back 3 different times, different occasions. We went through these things, and I had people come over, and like one guy was helping me, like with my electrician, whatever, doing. I'm like, hey man, you like Corona? Take yourself a 12-pack. I feel like an 8-year-old man. I'm like, get you some candy from the dish, and do that. But yeah, that was that was our Patron store, and
you still frequent that store?
Sometimes. It's more of a summer store. We have an old Mustang with we just bought like an old convertible, kind of a POS, but it's a convertible. It's fun. So we usually like go for rides when it's warmer, and we're like, hey, let's stop by the Patron store. So we feel fancy for a few minutes, and we'll go in there and get something. We got for the bowling team. We there for I bought the Mad Dog 2020s. I walked in there. They were, what was it, like $2 a bottle or something? And I go, man, I'm getting me a bunch of these. So I bought like,
God, that stuff is god awful.
It's it's not great.
But when you were 18, 16, 17, that shit and Boone's Farm.
Ooh, strawberry wine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now you're talking.
Yeah, just get a little Boone's Farm and a little MD 2020. And maybe, I miss them, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just nostalgia from being a kid. But the true 40-ounce bottles.
Yes. Yes, I was talking to somebody else about that. You got like one. I don't even know if they make 40 ounces, but they were like glass. Like you could, you could sell to a museum. They were that hard.
Yeah.
Do you remember ever going downtown? There was one bar that sold a special sized Bud Light. It was like an in-betweener size. It looked like a 40 ounce.
I mean, I went downtown.
It was Morgan Street.
Oh yeah, Morgan Street Brewery. Yeah, and so I'll tell you a funny story about that when you're done.
Oh yeah, that was it. That was just they had special beers, but you don't see those big fancy bottles no more.
Yeah, so I didn't know you were talking about Morgan Street, but I used to go down there with some good friends of mine when I was younger.
Oh, who's that?
With Joel, Ryan,
okay,
and we'll call him YO. WYO. That's his golden tea name.
Okay.
Okay. So we used to go down to Morgan Street a lot, and we were young kids, just big old assholes. And we used to take our beer, and, we'd be out on the dance floor having a good time, walk by one of our friends, maybe they're talking to some chick in the bar on the dance floor. And have you ever hit, like, just boom, click the beer?
Yeah.
And it just foams up all over. So then they're like deep throating their beer. So it's not, So, just down there with some good friends, and wish we had those. And then sometimes people didn't have a hold of their beer, and you just knock it, and then it'd spill all over the floor, break some glass, just being some big old assholes. But those were the downtown bars that day.
Yeah, I don't think those bars exist anymore. A lot of them went away.
No, so I was down there not too long ago with Ryan Wallow and Joel, and we actually took a walk down there during the day. Little scary, but found a great place to eat. Joel was in town, and we were having a little guys' weekend, and decided to live up some old times and take a walk down the cobblestone road.
Oh, yeah. I remember those
down there. And the restaurant we went to, I mean, it's a rundown buildings. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's put it at that. So you never know what you're walking into. And the food was actually great. Got some chicken wings, some hamburgers, appetizers. They had basketball arcade in the back, little bubble hockey and stuff down there. So it was a good time. But yeah, like Bar St. Louis was another one we frequented, and then Morgan Street, and then Boomers. Were you in Boomers ever? That was like the downstairs bar.
It sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's so long time ago.
yeah, we'd go to Boomers a lot. But yeah, we actually went down there a lot. Who was it? I think it was Wahoo.
Is it YU?
YWO.
Why?
YWO.
I'm gonna call him YO.
Yeah. So he got caught leaving one. Well, we were all leaving, but being young and dumb kids, we park in the garage, not on the street. And he decided it was a smart idea to climb the wall instead of walking around. And as soon as he popped his head over, I don't know if it was a police officer or a park ranger, whatever it was that was down there, was right there. Like, he just peeks his head, and it's like, boop, here it is. So he's like, yeah, fuck that. We walk up into the garage, and it was actually me. What are you calling? What do you call it?
YO.
YO? YO. It was myself, YO, and then our old roommate at the time and his girlfriend, who's now his wife. And there was someone else with us, but I can't remember who it was. So we walk up there, and this park ranger or police officer, he had some authority, asked Dave, like, how much have you had to drink? He's like, I had one beer and one beer earlier. So that's an ongoing joke. It's the one beer and one beer earlier. So there's 5 of us, and he tells them, you can't drive. So we're like, okay. So now 5 of us have to fit in a Mitsubishi Eclipse to go home after
Nice.
a night of drinking.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So it was tough.
I got a similar story to that. This didn't directly involve me. We were around these people for the night. Let's call him JT.
Yeah.
JT was driving a vehicle. I was not with JT. And there was about 3 guys. One guy was up from out of town, and these guys are wild guys. Just didn't give a shit. They were wild. So they're leaving the bar, and they go to the parking lot. They get in the car, and they're going to pay the attendant to get out of the parking lot. And the one dude's yelling. I don't think he was yelling anything bad, negative, but just being rowdy and stupid. And he's like, tell him you think he's cute, or just being obnoxious.
Right.
I forget what it was. Whatever he said, it was hilarious when he told me the story. But The point of the story is the guy driving the car, he told the guy something. I think he said it to be funny. Like he's like, oh, okay, I'll say it to him. And the guy goes, I need you to pull over here, something like that. Pulls over here. Anyway, it's a park ranger. They're whatever. The guy ends up getting a DWI because this one idiot in the back seat wouldn't shut up. But the kicker of the story is that's bad enough. The DWI, because he didn't even drive. He got in the car like he wasn't even ready to go.
Yeah.
Again, don't condone that, but he got a DWI. So, but the kicker was he was telling me about this. I'm like, oh man, that's awful. And he goes, you know the worst part? What's the worst part? He goes, because they were on the arch grounds, it's considered a felony.
Oh.
He got a felony because the drunk guy in the back seat was yelling at the park ranger, calling him a nerd or something, whatever he was calling him. So my buddy ended up getting an actual freaking felony over that. Can you imagine?
Yeah. So a few things to mention. Don't drink and drive.
Nope.
Respect authority. We love our law enforcement
Yes,
officers.
sir.
We
Yes, ma'am.
love
No,
our
sir. No, ma'am. That's all you got to say.
park rangers. Our first responders. We love them all. No disrespect to any of those guys out there.
Trick love the kids.
Yeah.
Yes, that's. But yeah, I'll never forget that. I was like, oh my goodness. I go, I'm sorry. But again, it was because they were being obnoxious in the backseat.
Well,
So it was the guy's. I think it was the guy in the backseat's fault. But yeah.
Well, no, it was the driver's fault because he chose to get behind the wheel.
This is true. Very true.
Which is very idiotic.
Oh my goodness! You got any big plans this week, Matt? Anything fun going on in your life?
Oh man! Oh no! Yeah.
What you got going on, man? Let's
So I just ate my last meal for probably the next 48 hours.
Why is that?
So I have to get the dreaded colonoscopy.
Ooh. I'll just add one more for.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh no. The worst part about it is it's not tomorrow; it's the following day, but they didn't schedule it in the morning. So it's at 3:45 in the afternoon. So I'm going almost 48 hours. I'm actually going to go home and eat something. I don't know what yet.
Yeah.
But something. I got to go. Let's call it 36 hours before I eat solid food. So today I did make myself some homemade Jell-O. I say homemade. I bought the powder. But all the stuff you buy in the packets, it's orange or red. And you can't have any red dye. So.
That's all you can eat tomorrow?
Jell-O, they told me I can have some chicken or beef broth. That's fantastic. Yeah. I can have Gatorade. What I am excited about, I can have coffee and tea. So I will be caffeinated. I normally drink black coffee anyway, so I don't need the creams or anything. So I'm okay with that. But yeah, so got a big test coming up, and not only are they just they're going up and down, so it's endo and colon.
They're doing some full exploring.
Yeah. Yes. So YO asked me the other day. It's like, what? Chuck can't help your throat problem. So I told him. I said, well, I mean, from what I understand, Chuck's got the girth, but Chuck doesn't have the length. So he can stretch it if he can get there. He just can't get there.
I'm very accommodating. So
yeah. So over the next couple days, I'll probably be pretty crabby. Probably come on and tell you all how it was.
I'm gonna text you like pictures of like hamburgers and steaks, and I'm gonna text you from like my wife's phone too, so you like have to look at the text, and it's gonna be great. I might DoorDash you food. What's your favorite?
Oh
food?
yeah.
Your daughter's gonna be like, Dad, there's some shakes here at the. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. So
I can't. Wait.
I did have some people tell me that they are going to have video meetings with me just so they can eat. In the camera. So, yeah, it'll be a fun next 2 days. I don't know what I'm going to eat when I get out of the procedure. I don't know how I'll feel. They say we are only down for like 15 minutes. So,
I've actually had a couple of those when I was younger. I had some health problems, and they're not that bad. The prep is the worst.
Oh, yeah. I'm not looking forward to that. And I start tomorrow, afternoon, late evening.
Man, I might have to come over and check this out.
Yeah, and I never have troubles with that. And they're like, hey, go buy some over-the-counter laxatives. I don't need it. I'll be fine.
He's a man, baby.
Yeah. So, So it'll be a good time. Not looking forward to the next 36 hours, but we'll get through it.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get you through it, buddy. That's, maybe you lose a little weight for 2 days. Get the water weight out.
Yeah, when I went and weighed in, that was not good. So let's get rid of, all this beer I'm drinking, and then I'll have to refill later this week.
Yeah, I'm definitely drinking a few more beers since every time we do the podcast, I have a beer. I usually don't drink it. I usually save it for the weekend, if you will. And, so hope you guys appreciate my becoming alcoholic for you guys to entertain and to Godspeed. So.
Yeah, so it's about time to call it a wrap, but we're on episode 7.
I believe so. I believe that's right. 7, yeah, lucky number 7.
I think it's 7. So we appreciate all of you that has liked, shared, followed us. We appreciate all you listeners, and if you got anything that you want us to talk about, most everything's on the table. We won't talk about a couple topics, but most everything. So if you need some advice,
you ever listen to radio and they have people that break up with their boyfriend or girlfriend and they're like, we need to call it. I don't know who the hell does this, but if you do that, you call us. I want to break up with somebody.
Yeah, we'll break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend for you. If you think they're cheating on you, hell, we'll try to figure it out for you. I don't know how, but
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, let's just have some fun. Make sure you continue to share the content. If you haven't already, smash that like button. We're on all the social media.
You got them all, baby. And you can reach us at Barggianos.com.
Yeah.
You can reach us at Barggianos@gmail.com. And anything with Barggianos, just type it in.
Barggianos.
You're also welcome to Barggianos. My son did that. You're here. You're always welcome. So, Matt, it's been a pleasure. Good luck with your shit.
Yeah.
And don't eat anything. So, cheers, buddy.
Till next time.
Till next time, Barggianos out.